Good afternoon and welcome to your weekly FX options report. Today is Wednesday, October 21st, 2009. Starting out with a look at the broader market, the major equity averages are trading higher in today's session. Now, it is light on the U.S. economic data front, but this afternoon will bring the Fed's beige book. And overseas global equity markets were lower, although weakness was limited. Risk appetite should remain the key driver of FX markets in today's session. And speaking of which, taking a closer look at the major pairs, starting out with euro-dollar. We did see the pair break above the 150 level in New York trading hours, with euro surging above 1.5010 to hit 1.5019, which was the highest since August of 2008. Also, the British pound has been advancing against the major pairs, and we did see that British pound hit a high of 1.6633 against the U.S. currency. Now, one way to trade your views on U.S. dollar strength or weakness is to take a look at IC's FX options. One advantage is that they are U.S. dollar denominated. For more information, you can go to www.fxoptions.com. And now, let's take a look at the individual FX option pairs, starting out with dollar Aussie, which is ticker symbol AUX. Now, in the short term, for the AUX, it is under pressure. The immediate trend does remain down and the momentum is strong. The preference of trading central analysts is short positions below the pivot of 115, with targets standing at 105 and 102 in extension. Now, let's take a look at the British pound against the US dollar, which is ticker symbol BPX. In the short term, the downside does prevail. The RSI has broken below its rising trend line, and the pair does remain under pressure and is approaching previous lows. The preference of trading central analysts is short positions below 63.50, with targets standing at 58.70 and 56 in extension. Now let's take a look at dollar against the CAD, which is ticker symbol CDD. In the short term, the downside does prevail. The RSI is capped by a bearish trend line, and the preference of trading central analysts is short positions below 107.50, with targets standing at 198.30 in extension. Now let's take a look at dollar euro, which is ticker symbol EUI. In the short term, the pair is under pressure. Now, the RSI is capped by a medium-term declining trend line, and the pair is on the downside and breaking below its previous low. Trading central analysts do prefer short positions below 69, with targets standing at 65.50 and 63.30 in extension. Now let's take a look at dollar Swiss franc, ticker symbol SFC. In the short term, the downside does prevail. The pair does remain on the downside and is breaking below its support. The preference of trading central analysts is short positions below 104.40, with targets standing at 100.50 and 99 in extension. And last but not least, let's take a look at dollar yen, which is ticker symbol YUK. In the short term, this pair is also under pressure. Now, the pair is rebounding on its support, but should be capped by its next resistance, as the RSI does lack upward momentum. The preference of trading central analysts is short positions below 92.40, with targets standing at 87 and 85 in extension. Now, looking ahead to next week, as well as taking a step back and looking at what we saw last week's trading, the US dollar did continue to lose ground against the other currencies, except the Japanese yen in last week's trading. Now, in terms of portfolio performance, Trading Central's portfolio currently stands at 1,152.98% since its inception in August of 2007, and for this year, it is up by 521.99%. Now, this week, Trading Central does remain short on the US dollar, but it seems to lose its downward momentum, so they will be cautious in the trade alerts recommendations. Now, in Trading Central's last follow-up on Monday, they did recommend considering puts on the SFC, as the pair remained under pressure and was breaking below support. Now, Trading Central will have a close look at the CDD, which is rebounding and approaching its new resistance as its daily RSI is approaching its declining trend line. Also, they will be looking at the PZO as it is approaching a strong support. Now, looking ahead to next week, Trading Central analysts will be looking at exotic currency pairs such as the NZD, AUX, as well as the SKA. Now, they will be looking at the New Zealand dollar FX options, dollar Kiwi, which remains on the downside. And regarding the AUX, they will be watching that because it is still approaching its previous low. And for the SKA, they will be taking a look at that because it does remain within a bearish channel. And that wraps it up for this week's weekly FX options report. Make sure to tune in next Wednesday for your latest update. Thanks for watching and have a great day.